Rita in Rocky Park by HILDA OFFEN. I'm really glad we came to Rocky Park, says Julie, just pony trekking and staving and rock climbing. And the swallows are flying high, said Granddad Potter. It's going to be a hot day. Can we go and play as teaching? Yes, says Granddad. But keep an eye on your little sister. Let's go trekking, said Eddie. We'll leave some arrows for you to follow. Rita, like this. See? Now hide your eyes, said Jim. Let's count to 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14. The counting took Rita a long time. When she opened her eyes, the others had gone. Rita searched high and low, but couldn't find a single arrow. Never mind, said Granddad. Why don't you make yourself a little daisy chain while I make the tea? A little daisy chain? Said Rita to herself. I don't think so, and she nipped to the tent. I watched, but never boils, murmured Granddad. He leaned back and closed his eyes. At that moment, Rita the rescuer shot from the tent and headed for the woods. They went this way, thought Rita, as her eagle eyes noted a footprint here and a snapped twig there. Help! Rita looked up and there was Julie hanging by their shorts. I was trying to see how high I could climb, she wailed. A squirrel jumped out at me, and I lost my balance. Hang on, called Rita. Here I come. She got Julie just. Her shirts began to split. I've got my autograph put in my pocket, said Julie, as Rita carried her down to the ground. Do you think you could? Sorry, said Rita. I needed elsewhere. Her sharp ears had got the sound of strings and drumming hooves. Melissa Burton's pony was out of control. She came thundering along the bridle path towards them. Ring him in, cries the riding instructor. I can't, shrieked Melissa. Rita leaped as the reins at the pony thudded past. Steady, boy, she said. Steady. Oh, thank you, rescuer, cries the riding instructor, catering up behind. Would you like a free ride on our best pony? Another time, perhaps, said Rita. Right now, I'm needed over at Red Rock Crag. A climber had lost his footing. He was hurtling towards the misty rocks below, while the other climbers gasped in horror. But they needn't have worried. Rita streaked across the sky. "Well, how?" they cried as she got their falling friend and set him down at the base of the cliff. The climber grasped Rita's hand. "You deserve a—" he began, but his voice trailed off as a terrifying roar pierced the mist. "He's the hound, Dorf Redwood Moor," he quavered. "No one meets it and lives. I'm off." And he started up the cliff again. Roar! "Help! Help!" Suddenly, Eddie and Jim burst from the mist. Hot on their heels bounded a giant hound. "He's going to eat us!" screamed Eddie. "No, if I can help it," said Rita. She jumped in front of the hound and raised a calming hand. Then she and the hound spoke to each other in the dog language. "His name's Fluffy," said Rita to Eddie and Jim. "He wasn't chasing you. He was trying to get help. He's the park ranger's dog. Lead on, Fluffy." Fluffy led them through the mist to Black Bud Mire, and there was a cow up to its chin in mud. Slap moodled. She hissed with all her might, and the cow shot out of the bog. Rita took off the heavy rain. There was snow falling over the park. By the entrance of the old mine shaft, she spotted Mrs. Higgins, who was shrieking into her mobile phone. "My husband and my daughter Emily went down into the mine shaft on a guided tour," she sobbed. "But they've been gone for hours. I've called Cave Rescue, but they're on another case." "Leave it to me," said Rita. Rita zipped along a maze of dark tunnels. Suddenly, she found the way ahead was blocked. "Aha! As I thought, a rock fall," she said. She launched herself on the pile of rocks like a mechanical digger. In no time at all, she had burst through into an underground cavern. "Help! Rescuer!" cried Mr. Higgins. "Our Emily's fallen in the lake, and she's got her foot caught between two rocks, and the water's rising." Soon, Rita dived into the water. She flexed her muscles and prized the rocks apart. Then she towed Emily to the bank and huffed her dry with her hot breath. "Follow me," said Rita. And she led everyone back to the surface. Mrs. Higgins clasped Emily in her arms. How can we ever repay you, rescuer? She cried. She was interrupted by a blinding flash, followed by a cracking sound. An oak had been struck by a bolt of lightning. It was toppling over, and there in its path were Eddie, Julie, and Jim. Rita flashed through the storm. She thought the falling oak with inches to spare and stood it up again. Oh, cried Eddie, Julie, and Jim. It's the rescuer again. I'll fly you back to the campsite, said Rita. A sorry sight met your eyes. Branded Potter was entirely surrounded by water. Rita steamed over the flood, took down the tent and patched it up in record time. Then she flew Branded and the tent back to dry land. Time for a change, I think, she said, and disappeared into the trees. Before you could say Jack Robinson, she had turned back into little Rita Potter. There you are, Rita, says Branded as she stepped from behind a tree. Did you make your daisy chain? They squelched off to the bus stop. Well, Rita, you've missed the rescuer again, says Julie. She saved me from a nasty fall, and she rescued Jim and me from a giant hound, cried Eddie. And she saved us all from being squashed by a tree. She, says Jim. She's brilliant. The sun came out as a rainbow arced over Rocky Park. She must be, said Rita. The end.